Hi everybody, it's Elizabeth with the Noonan Carnegie Library, and today I am going to review Alice Hoffman's Magic Lessons, which is the third of a trio of books that deal with the Owens family women, who are of course witches. And the first set of that trio of books is Practical Magic, which became the famous Sandra Bullock movie, Practical Magic. And then the second one is Rules for Magic, and the third one is this one, Magic Lessons. And each of these books goes a little further back in time. So Rules for Magic is based in the 70s, where Practical Magic was based in the 90s or the present day for the time that it came out. And this one is based much further back. It's based in the era of the witch trials, the Salem witch trials. And it follows the matriarch of the family, Maria Owens, as she comes from England to Curacao and then eventually to Salem, Massachusetts. And it follows her and her travels and her daughter Faith, and ultimately her second daughter that she has, Hannah, and their lives. So this one is a little darker than Practical Magic. Practical Magic was a little lighter, a little more focused on sort of the happiness and the successes of women together. And this one does focus a lot on that curse that of the Owens women, where men are who fall in love with them die, and where that came from, how that originated with Maria Owens and how that came to be. But it also focuses a lot on the strengths of women together, the weaknesses of women, and the ways in which they allow love to curse them, but also the ways in which they use love to save themselves and to save each other. So it's really interesting, and Alice Hoffman does talk about the sort of basic rules to benevolent witchcraft, which is do as you will but harm no one. Things that you do will be returned to you threefold. And then of course her own personal twist on that, which is fall in love as often as you can. And she closes this book out with an interesting little series of more uniquely focused rules of witchcraft. And it goes like this. This is how you begin in this world. These are the lessons to be learned. Drink chamomile tea to calm the spirit. Feed a cold and starve a fever. Read as many books as you can. Always choose courage. Never watch another woman burn. And know that love is the only answer. And I think that's what I love so much about these books, all three of them. And Alice Hoffman and her sort of magical realism that she injects into the stories that she writes. It indicates that there's a little bit of witchcraft, a little bit of supernatural in everything that we do, and a little magic in everything that we do for each other, especially if we tie that together with love. And I just adore that lesson in the books that she writes. So I highly recommend this book, especially if you read all three of them. You don't have to read all three of them. Each of them does stand alone very well by itself, but reading the three of them together is a special sort of read. So I hope that you'll pick this book up. It will be available on our shelf of recommended books that we've done reviews on here at the Carnegie Library. Please do follow us on our YouTube and our Instagram and our Facebook page, and find our website at noonancarnegie.com. And thank you so much for joining me for this review. I hope to see everyone again soon.